What's up, everybody? We are back. John Delarose here, delarose.com. That's DELARROZ.com. You can head to the link below. Back Deus Volt if you've not already. Probably already have. We're doing pretty good still, getting a couple backers here and there. I think we are at 25,781 at this point. So good stuff all the way around. This is an impromptu stream. I realized like I have to like do that little draft fantasy map so that I can get it to my artist so he can make a pretty fantasy map. Kind of show him where things are basically. Nothing too fancy. So I'm going to do that right now. There's not much work I can do like and stream at the same time. So I'm kind of excited to do this and we'll see how it goes. All right. This is Adobe Photoshop. I'm not actually good at Photoshop. But we will attempt to do this anyway. So we'll make a custom create and we'll just kind of make a map out of whatever this is. Nobody's watching. I guess I should give people the link. See how it goes. And we'll do that right now. Throw this on twitter.com and other places. Making my Deus Volt fantasy map. All right. Gab. I like Gab better than Twitter. Gab doesn't screw with you. Put it on Social Galactic. I'm going to have to kind of go through the topography of the comic. So I'm going to scroll through this while I'm talking to you guys, see how it goes. See if we get any sort of way of doing this. All right. Deus Volt. I'm not going to pull up the whole Volt comic. It's not on your screen. It'll be on my screen. But I'm going to look at this. Here we are. Draft 1, draft 2. And here's issue 2. Okay, so I've got these up. So I'm going to look for like locations in here and just kind of make mental notes of where the locations are first. Deus Volt starts out in our actual normal realm. He goes into a cave. Sorry for mild spoilers. And there's some mountains, and then there's a mine, a hilled area on that. And once they get past that, they go down into a forest, small forest. It's not very thick forest. And then they circle around some looks like pueblos or something like that, and then they find a city called Kor, K-O-R, and that's where the first issue ends. The second issue is in Kor. Let's see here. I'm getting no comments. Is anybody here? Is anybody paying attention to this? Let me know if you're here. It's kind of a weird time for me to be streaming, I know. Hit that like button, ring that bell. You know the drill. All right. So issue 2. Then we go into a Demon King's lair, which is kind of like under a castle of some sort. So there's going to be a Demon King's castle. That's got to be there. So we got that castle. It's going to be across like a difficult area of terrain, it looks like. Kind of a deserty area. And I think that's all that's established in here. Now, I wrote a short story that is a prequel. Hey, Bradford. Hey, Finatra. How you doing, brother? A prequel like to this, and actually named some stuff in that. What I call it? Deus Volt. What did I call my short story? I don't know what I called my short story. I don't know. I don't remember what I titled it. That's terrible. Oh my gosh. This makes it hard. Let's see if I can find it in Microsoft Word. In this short story, I really detailed out a lot of different things that were kind of in the background of the series. And oh, here we are, the Demon King. That's what I named it. And that will help us determine locations for the map and things like that. So I've got the Nether Kingdom is going to be the realm of the Demon King. So we'll make a map, and we'll see how this goes. It's not going to be pretty because I don't know how to draw. I'm going to warn you right now. We're going to figure out how the topography of this world together and go over this right now. So the Nether Realm, I think it's going to be to the north. So I'm going to call like this area desert, and then we'll call it Nether Realm, the Demon King's domain. He's going to have a castle right here. Let's see if I can draw a castle. I can't draw, so this is going to be fun. Okay, so castle, we'll just do it like this. And dupe, little dupe, 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 dupe. Castle will be right there. We'll call this area like desert. Desert. We should name the desert. What do you guys want to name the desert? Who's in the chat? You get to help me name the desert. We'll call it the Finatra Desert. Finatra Desert. Right there. Be in the book now. This is going to be canon. I think my text here needs to be a little larger for Jesse to read. Ah! What happened here? What the hell is this? I don't know what this is. Finastra Desert. I'll delete this. There we go. No, I want to edit this. How do I edit this? I'm bad at Photoshop. How do you edit text that's already there? How do you do that? Oh, it's part of this is all together. Oh, well. So that'll be fine. I'll leave it. The Nether Realm. All right. So down here, we'll have a city, which will be the city of Core. I'm going to draw a city like it's a walls. And a big gate with a moat. Little castle in there. We'll label it City of Core. It's big. As you can tell, I'm really good at this. Really good at drawing stuff. Hey, Bianca. Hey, Nemesis. Hey, Bradford. Welcome, guys. All right. So, forest. We'll make it green for forest. So draw some little happy trees here. You know, you get the bark and little happy trees. Little happy trees. We'll have to have a forest name here. What do you think the forest name should be? Who's in the chat? We'll call it Vina Forest. How about that? All right. Okay, so this is all the stuff that's established. We got hills over here, so I guess I'll make my hills brown. How do you make brown? Here we go. That's brownish. Okay, so we got hills. Brush tool. I don't want to learn more. I just want to do this poorly. Oh, let's make a new layer. Okay. Hills. I'm going to label that hills. And then we'll say this is a mine here. So mine. All right. Do you guys like? This is it. This is everything that's in the book. There's a mountain that they go to. After this, the mountain will be here. The little cave. Some more mountains. There's some like mountains and stuff over here too. And there's like an underground passage. I don't know how we're going to put that in here. Oh, well. I forget what the mountain's called. Let me see what the mountain's called. Oh, Mountains of the Cool Wind. There we go. That's what I called it. So let's make extra mountains. Big mountains. Lots of mountains. Snow tops. And we'll go Mountains of the Cool Wind. And then I actually put a valley. It's called the Shadow Valley. Shadow Valley. We'll go like that. Okay. So this is every I think this is every spot mentioned in the book. Let's see. Lucifer's not in the book. We talk about Lucifer, but Lucifer does not actually making it. There's the Sultans of Asia. So there's got to be another land called Asia somewhere else. So I'll make it. What I'll do is on the side of the mountains, we'll go to Asia. Oh, to the king. We'll call it to the Kingdom of Asia. And this will be over here. And I'll put an arrow. And I think we'll have an ocean over here. So we'll go coastline, little inlet, and then and then to do the ocean, I'll go boop, boop. And we'll call this ocean. What are we gonna name the ocean? What do you guys want to name the ocean? Call it the Risey Ocean. How about that? Risey Ocean. And there we go. Now that's everything that is everything that is referenced in the book at all. And yeah, I can't draw a sea serpent. You think I can draw a sea serpent? Let me see if I can do that. Green. So we'll go it's not green. Okay. Got some eyes. Got some teeth. Got some other teeth. And we'll put a red tongue. Right? Got a red tongue slithering And that's the extent of my drawing skills. Oh, man. No, this is not the Ben Shapiro show. We're not doing anything like that. Come on. That's lame. No cringe on this channel. So, yeah, I can't draw, but that is everything that's referenced in Deus Vult. And so that will be our fantasy map. I think that's everything that's been referenced location-wise. I'm going to make up a location down here. So we're gonna, because we got the ocean, right? So we got down here to the pools of Ever. We're gonna call that, and then if I have a sequel, we'll have them go to the pools of Ever, which I just came up right now. And then up here we'll go to the wastelands. That way, there's like locations on the map that people won't know where it is. And that will give them like something to like anticipate for the next volume or something like that. How's that sound? So that's it. That is my entire fantasy map. I did it in 16 minutes because that is all the locations referenced here. And so we have nothing else. What's going on today, people? The body is the most important part of the serpent. Oh, so that, okay. Let's do this. The body is the most important part of the serpent. So let's go boom. I want to get my green color back. Okay. And then you go zhunk, 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 zhunk. And that way the serpent's like going into the water a little bit. And you can see these like kind of underwater. But these guys little humps that pop up just like that. There, that'll make you happy. All right, I'll give you guys the link now. I just want to do my thing. So I just want to do my thing real quick. I don't know how long I'm going to keep streaming for, but I'll talk to you guys for a sec. What happened today? I was not paying attention to anything. So, but this is going to be my fantasy map. Can you imagine if I actually just put this in the book? It'd be so funny. Oh, man, I'd love to troll my audience like that. Oh, man. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Is anybody in the back room yet? There they are. Hey, George, how you doing?
I'm okay. How are you? I love this map.
You love my map? This is my artistic skills right here. So
It's beautiful.
thank you. So did George make my fantasy map? George would do it probably, but Jesse's gonna do it. So appreciate it.
Yeah, I would actually scan in a real world. You know, I would have to go and research all these caves, the dragons, you know, the locations, the elevations, and all that stuff.
Yeah, John, you got to take a digital scanner and go to actual caves and see and scan all the terrain of every piece of land. Yeah, that's what the stretch goal implied.
That's what the stretch goal implied.
Yeah.
Okay.
You'd want to cheat your backers.
I'm just going to hand this to my artist because there's every location referenced in there, and then my artist is going to do something pretty.
Okay. Sounds
good. How about
that? Fair enough.
How are you guys? What's going on, Spears Car? It's been a while.
Yeah, you were out of town, right? And I've been offline for the last week too.
Yeah.
You were at Disneyland, or were you? Disney World?
Disney World, yes. It was beautiful.
How was that?
So it was great.
Star Wars Land, was it?
I went to Star Wars Land, and you know, I just went there, and then I just fell to my knees before Kylo Ren was like, "Yes, Disney, I love you." That was it.
Kylo Ren, not Rey.
Nobody likes Rey.
Oh, okay.
It's beautiful.
Did you see those photos around Twitter of like the girl who's playing like Captain Marvel in like the theme park, and she's like 1,000,000 times hotter than Brie Larson?
No.
It was why
send me that picture.
Movie?
Send me that. I guess I've got to save this. Save as.
I'll see if I can find it. Hey George. Anyway, I linked up. I tagged Art and see. I don't know if he saw the stuff yet, but he's kind of like we got a little Mr. Magoo kind of in him. It takes him a while to see things, but
Isaac says, "Hey George." How come nobody says, "Hey Spirit Scar"? What about Spirit Scar? Is he chopped liver?
Spirit Scar's cool. Oh, and also, I'm telling everybody here for the second time that the Joe King book's now available again. It's available again.
What's your link this time, George?
Where is it?
GeorgePeterGatzis.com.
Oh, selling it direct.
Can you spell that so I can put it in the chat for you? Or one of my mods put it in the
put
chat.
It in the private
I'll be lazy.
chat there.
Yeah, put it in the private chat, and I'll do that.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
John, I read the book The Revenant this week. Did you see that film?
No.
The Leonardo DiCaprio. It's a very good film.
Is it
amazingly shot and incredible? But like how it was made, just from a technical standpoint, and I like that kind of story of just a lot of it's silent. He was in nature, and he just goes through hell. He just Leo gets raped by a bear, and a lot worse stuff.
Oh, that's the bear rape movie. Okay, yeah, I did hear about that
movie. It's like definitely worth seeing. But it's based on a true story. And then I read the book, which is, after the true story, you realize how much bullshit and like propaganda they put in that movie. And it really did kind of sour. It's not that they just Hollywoodized it. There's like,
was it environmental shit or what?
Some of that, but there's also racial stuff. Like they gave him a half Native American son they didn't have in real life that was supposedly murdered by a white guy. And like, dude, if it's a work of fiction, that's one thing, but it's a true story. And you're just like lying about this son that doesn't exist, is murdered by the white guy. In the movie, it's Tom Hardy.
Makes sense. Hey, George, you just finished your Spaceship, huh?
Yeah, and finished the Spaceship. The Kickstarter campaign is shut down, and now people have a second chance at the books and the Spaceship, the free Spaceship.
Let me show the Spaceship. The Spaceship's cool. So George designed and 3D printed this himself. It was a bunch of little pieces, and I was watching him assemble this the other day. Very cool.
Yeah, that's very cool. The website I think has better resolution.
How long did that take, George, from beginning the design of the computer to finish?
Oh, geez, it took a year.
Okay.
It's 6 months just to get the shell of the Spaceship done.
Jeez.
And then it took another 3 months to chop it up. And then it took a couple more months to print and test and make sure all the pieces work and design interlocking technology to keep it together.
Cool.
Yeah.
I love it.
It is. And
I look forward to getting
John,
that.
if you go to the website, if you share the link, go to the website, you'll see a really cool experience on the campaign.
An experience?
Yeah, it's
an experience, like a theme park.
We'll go to the website.
Everybody, is used to going to Indiegogo or Kickstarter, and I said, you know what? I'll give you. Here's the. You come to the website. You just like.
So I'm on the website. Click here to back the campaign. All right.
And
then you just go.
There you go.
Click here to buy now. And it takes you onto PayPal, and I don't want to dox myself.
Yeah.
I might. I've done that too many times.
Yeah,
cool. So you just click on the thing, and then it just does it for you, and through PayPal, and it's easy, huh?
It's that easy. It's that easy. I made it even simpler than the Indiegogo campaign. When you go down, you choose just the books and the original art, the books and the trading cards, or all of the above. Three different buying options.
All right.
And the
Sweet.
Spaceship's included. There's a notice there. December 2021 is the delivery. The synopsis is on the right side. The ISBN numbers are there as well. So everything that you need is
nice.
Right
there you go, guys. Don't dox yourself.
How about the figures? How long do those take from
the figures were exclusive to the Indiegogo campaign, and I'm not going to make them available outside the Indiegogo campaign.
Cool. How much is the book?
$100 for both books.
Oh, we get $2 for $100.
Yeah.
And they're oversized.
Oversized, 120 pages each, 240 pages altogether.
Big stuff from George.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
That's it. Oh yeah, the big merger is what Bradford once talked about. AT&T is selling Warner Media to Discovery Inc.
AT&T is selling Warner. That's amazing.
I thought it was the other way around. I thought they were buying
merging.
Discovery Inc.
No, AT&T is merging Warner Media and Discovery Inc.
That's right.
Oh, so AT&T still owns it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. So what's this mean is that the overlap is going to get fired.
Yeah, it's going to be a shakeup in terms of who's running things. It's
going to be a huge shakeup. DC Comics is going to become a brand name. It's not going to be a publisher.
My brand.
My team.
It's going to be farmed out. It's going to be farmed out literally to the highest bidder who wants to publish DC Comics.
Might as well, honestly. You can't fuck it up any worse than what they've already done at this point.
Yeah.
Honestly, I look forward to that. We're in a modern age, and I've always wondered why the companies don't do this. Like Amazon put up this cool thing for a bit. It was called Kindle Worlds, and like it didn't really take off because like nobody really wanted to write in it, but they didn't have great properties for it. They only had like the Vampire Diaries and like Valiant comics, which I almost wrote a Valiant one, but then by the time I like got around to like thinking about it, they'd shut it down. But basically the concept was they put it up there. Amazon ran as the middleman, and you just had a license agreement where you could publish stories under these universes. And so they let anybody do it basically. And you could go in there and do that. There's guidelines you have to follow for each world has its own guidelines. And most of it's like no porn and things like that because they don't want to do that. But I mean, I can only imagine like these days, like what if DC just did that and just put up a website and said, you know what, you can publish your own Batman story. We own the rights and you get 50% or whatever it is. And let's see how it goes. This just automatically goes up into our system. It can be print on demand or whatever. Can you imagine? There's no reason not to do that these days. And what would happen? You get a lot of lot of shitty Batman, George.
Yeah, but you would, but they will quickly lose control of their IP.
Why?
Well, see, the problem is they own Batman, but
the day
imagine you, okay? Here's the scenario, okay? I'm a DC Comics, and I come to you, John. John, do a fanfic, publish it on Batman. You say, cool, no problem. You're going to use Batman, but then you create a couple of the characters that are wholly your own. Okay?
No, DC owns all. What you do is you put up the licensing agreement, and they own all of it. That's pretty standard. So I wrote a novel for this White Wizard Games, who is no longer White Wizard Games because that's racist. Spirit Scar.
Really?
It's now Wise. It's now Wise Wizard instead of White Wizard. Very important.
Gandalf became the White Wizard at the end of Lord of the Rings.
Right? I know, but white triggers me. So.
Scroll down while you're talking.
Obviously, they're not on this page.
There you go.
There's a question in the chat for you. Would my $125 support me at 45 cents 3D printed blue spaceship, or would shipping be extra?
No. Shipping's included. Look. I've got the word free shipping worldwide.
Free shipping everywhere. Worldwide. Look at that.
There's no sticker shock, Robert.
Thanks, Lorenzo. But yes, they would have a licensing agreement that everything in that story they own. So everything I wrote for Star Realms, right? I created my own characters, things like that, and whatever. They own all those characters. I don't own any of it. And that's how licensing agreement works. So a lot of these companies have that's how Marvel worked too. All these guys created all these weird characters for Marvel, and Marvel just owns them now. Right.
Yes, but do you recall all the creator-owned rights that they had?
You just don't give those.
They struggled.
That's it. You just don't give those rights. You say you can be a fan fiction writer in my universe, and you can take some money on it, and that's it. And I think they'd get a lot of good I think they'd get a lot of bad stuff, but they'd get a lot of good stuff too, because everybody wants
There's
to write
that
Batman.
2000 AD documentary on Amazon Prime. Did you watch that, John?
No, is it good?
It's interesting, yeah. But they talk about like how they paid kind of shitty wages, so these writers working there would like have these great ideas, but like, oh damn, but I don't want to give this to the company 2000 AD because then it's gone for me forever. So I'm going to hold back and hold on to this. So writers were holding back their best stuff because knowing like, well, I don't want to give this away to them because then they're going to own it forever. So they got to figure out a way to compromise or to compensate these writers in a way that's fair, because it doesn't even serve their interest in the end,
I'm just saying on the fan fiction end, just open it up. I mean, you can have your own stuff too, but I don't know. You probably make more money this way. And it'd be fun for everybody.
It's like people making fan films. It's such a, I don't know. I think it's just kind of a waste of time, honestly. It's like,
it totally is.
Do something original.
Did you ever watch those Star Trek fan episodes though? That everybody's favorite Vic Mignogna was like, he made himself captain basically.
Oh yes, absolutely. Spectacular work.
They were fantastic. They were so much better than any of the crap the studios put out. Unbelievable. He built his own like Enterprise bridge that's like piece by piece correct, accurate to like the original one from the 60s.
No, not just the bridge, but the hallways,
all
the
of
medical
it. Yeah,
bay, everything.
Everything was accurate, and he did it, and then he just made himself Captain Kirk. So it's pretty Chad.
Well, he was a more accurate Captain Kirk over the other guy who
Chris Pine or whatever.
No, not the mainstream. The other fan production. Phase 2.
Yeah, that guy was not as good of a Captain Kirk. They had maybe a little better storylines though. I feel like. I don't know. It was back and forth.
All I can say, I'm saying this. I've been saying this constantly. If they use deep fakes and actually put William Shatner, Leonard Nimoy, DeForest Kelley, and everybody else in the faces of these fanfic films, it's going to be glorious.
I'm against that on a moral level. I think it's morally corrupt to do that. It's like why Crispin Glover sued Robert Zemeckis.
Bring him back after our conversation. It's done.
Kick him out.
No, but it's why Crispin Glover sued Robert Zemeckis for Back to the Future 2, because he let people think that was Crispin Glover. He kind of implied that, even though it wasn't him. And Crispin Glover was justified in suing him. Said, well, no, that actor's making choices that I wouldn't make, and that goes out into the world, and people are thinking that's me making those choices, and it's not. So I want to clear my name and make the record clear that actor is not me. So it's a fair, when you hear Crispin Glover say that and why he fought to make that clear and sued him, it's a fair argument.
Yeah. Well, no. That was a clear misdirection. Deep fakes on these Star Trek Phase 2 and New Voyages. It would be up front.
Yeah, it'd be young Bill Shatner and all that. Yeah,
that'd be fun.
Front. It'd be amazing. It'd be absolutely spectacular. It would be like actually looking at.
The problem is Paramount / CBS like really shut those down because they were getting too popular, and so they went and smashed the IP down on it.
The brands run away from them. Yeah,
brand.
Well, they shut them down because they were coming out with about to come out with Discovery.
Yeah,
and they didn't. And I think I'm just hypothetical here. I think they realized that their product was not as good.
Yeah, I agree, and it isn't as good. I mean, Discovery. Why I've watched maybe 15 minutes of Discovery, but I couldn't get through it. But these fan films were beautiful. But then they put all these rules on fan films now that they like can't be more than 15 minutes long, and like it's really onerous at this point, and just made sure to shut down these excellent productions. Very sad.
I've said this to a couple of people who said, look, why don't you just continue doing these Star Trek films, just put a mustache on everybody and change the insignia.
Yeah, well, I mean, unfortunately, like people will stop watching it just because it's quote not Star Trek at that point, and they probably don't even want to do it just because it's quote not Star Trek. It's really stupid. Like
it's the same reason the corporations want it. The brand. They don't care about Star Trek. They want that name though.
They just want the name. Yeah, right. I mean, Discovery doesn't look anything like Star Trek, but they have the name, so people will watch it.
Yeah, Mr. Sci-Fi. You know about Mr. Mark Zifri?
Zikri.
Yeah, that's him. Mr. Sci-Fi. He's doing his own Star Trek.
It's really bad though. I tried to watch it.
Yeah, I know. Production's terrible.
It was freaking. I was rooting for that guy big, and I was gonna have him on the stream and promote it and everything. And then I watched it, and I'm like, I can't because I can't. I love that you're trying something, but we gotta have standards, bro. So
yeah, I mean, if they did the work to the standards of the Star Trek Phase 2 or New Voyages, it'd be a different story. But it's not there.
It's not. No, it's sad.
They're using too much free resources, and it shows.
It really looks bad.
Yeah.
Seems like the whole thing with like the fandom menace right now is just falling apart because they have nothing to do, nothing to focus them. And Mevius says like you guys need to create your own content, and the easiest thing for them to do would be like create a web series, but like someone has to take on like a dictatorial role and delegate duties, responsibilities.
They're not going to.
Someone has to say you suck, your writing sucks, fuck off. And somebody needs to say that when that case arises. That's what they could do, though. You know,
the Phantom Menace is not falling apart. It's only the lower tier, so to speak.
How long do you think like Friday Night Tights? How long do you think that's going to last? Because he still gets big audiences, but what are they talking about?
Good question.
There's nothing to talk about though.
That's kind of always been the thing. Is like, when will that actually last? Is that gonna?
It won't last. Nothing lasts. You know.
Yeah.
I like Gary as a broadcaster, even though Gary like once yelled at me and cursed me out because of the super chat I sent him. But I still think he's a good broadcaster. I sent Gary a super chat once, and I've never seen him that angry ever. I miss him all so much. It's kind of amusing.
What happened?
Because he was talking about Grant Morrison screwed over that artist Derek Robertson unhappy because Derek Robertson's getting credit on the Happy TV series, so now he's not getting paid for it, and Grant Morrison screwed him over. Grant Morrison is a writer who writes his own thing. He doesn't really need the artist input, you know. And I super chatted him, you know, like, dude, if Derek Robertson hadn't drawn it, someone else would have. You know, like,
yeah.
I agree. That's the truth, you know. So if like it's not like he doesn't deserve half of that TV series, the millions of dollars. You know, you may say that because he's your friend, but the reality is Grant Morrison is Grant Morrison. He's going to write what he writes. Any artist is lucky to be working with him. You know.
Yeah,
I too like Star Trek Enterprise. I think Star Trek Enterprise is the second best Star Trek to Deep Space Nine. I really think
it's pretty good.
Yeah. I didn't like it when it first came out, but when I watched it later, I was like, oh gosh, this is actually like, this is mature. It's good. It's like, I just didn't like the aesthetic of having a prequel that was technologically more advanced than the later, you know, what we're supposed to be later in the future. I thought that really bothered me from a continuity perspective.
Yeah, but you can't make it look cheaper than like the 1960s, though.
You can't. Do that. I know you can't, but like that really bothered me. That really bothered me.
Isn't Discovery supposed to be in the Kelvin universe?
No.
What?
It's supposed to be in the real Prime universe or whatever.
Okay,
yeah.
Now I'm depressed.
Yeah. Sorry. But that was the thing that really irked me. That and the theme song I couldn't deal with. Like I watched this and I'm like, I want my symphonic score, right?
Wasn't it some like a montage of like American history or something like that? Or
no, it was like it was some shitty pop song, like that sounded like Bon Jovi or something. It was terrible. But they should have never shut down. So that's what happened. Is Axanar got shut down. I actually got drinks with the producers of Axanar at San Diego Comic-Con a number of years ago. And that was a lot of fun. It was like really at the beginning of them attempting to do this, and it was like, oh, this is cool. And I was really excited for that. That was going to be it. It was in the same era as Discovery was supposed to be set, and it was going to be a neat little thing. So it's really sad what could have been without the corporations ruining everything like usual.
Comic-Con used to be so much fun years ago.
Yeah, it was so much fun.
It took the whole city, the whole Gaslamp district got taken over by the convention, and just walk around at night and bump shoulders with like literally like bump shoulders like Neil Gaiman just out with his goth chicks whoever he's hooking up with that night, or seeing like Stan Lee out there walking around.
The best memories I've ever had of Comic-Con was that my brother shook Jack Kirby's hand.
Oh, cool.
Was it 4 feet away from me? And Stan Lee was pissed drunk at one of the bar get-togethers 6 feet away from me.
Did he have a Tommy gun?
Oh, wait a minute. I had my booth, and Mobius was right next to me in his own booth, right?
Oh, sick! Wow. Really?
And I got to know his nephews for the entire was it 7 days, And I actually didn't pay attention. I didn't know it was Mobius. I just got to know the nephew, so we were having a lot of fun and all that stuff. And then on the last day, as we were packing up, I forgot the guy's name. Right? He came to me and goes, "Hey, look, my uncle said, here's a whole bunch of posters he signed for you." I'm going, "Oh, cool." And I'm looking and go, "Mobius." I'm going, "You're kidding me." And I look over, he's waving.
When are we going to get in?
I'm going like, what?
Imagine awesome. The questions you could have like asked him. Like
a whole week. I was so focused on selling my comic books, I didn't even notice Mobius was right next booth to me.
That's like the Bruce Lee thing, the fingers pointing to the sky, and you're focused on the finger and not the heavenly glory.
Oh God.
Mobius, Blueberry Mobius's main sort of work is woefully out of print.
Oh my God,
and very difficult to find. And for some reason, I guess like they can't figure out rights to get people to publish this in English and like get a nice version of it out there. It's really bothersome.
Yeah, the only thing you're lucky is to maybe see some translations.
I mean, they did a few like in the I think it was late 80s, but you look at these and look at that. It's a killer. So they're just impossible to get these. And these are old too, so they're not even particularly like nicely done like them.
It's not even
the
signed.
Modern collected editions.
It's not even signed,
It's just they're so rare.
It's so rare, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what Cecil used to go to those estate sales of people who died and then buy up just boxes of old like comic
book collections. You want to see sticker shock?
Find cool stuff like that.
Type in Batmobile Hot Wheels in the search.
Batmobile Hot Wheels?
Yeah, Batmobile
Not in the books.
Hot Wheels.
Batmobile Hot Wheels.
All right, now look for the Hot Wheels Batmobile, the 1966.
Well, of course it's a 66 one, but for a book, it's like you can't even get a copy of it at this point. You can get different.
Oh my gosh, like $300-400.
Look on eBay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not even listed in the top ones.
The rare things. It's how it goes. It's how it goes.
I just got actually a little cool miniature of the Tim Burton Batmobile. It's for like $10. They did at Target. Looks really nice. Looks just like the car. It's really sleek. The Tim Burton Batmobile was the best one. It's the sexiest Batmobile.
It was beautiful. Yeah, I remember that. For those tuning in late, I did create my beautiful fantasy map in Photoshop. As you can tell, I am a wonderful artist.
That is what you'll be getting in the book, just like
that's what you'll be getting in the book, 100%.
You imagine? Someone will believe it too. If they just heard like,
oh yeah, gosh, that'd be so funny if I actually did that. If I actually did that, that wouldn't be more of a scandal than Liam's backwards book, though, right? Because you'd still get like a real book, and then you just have this weird freaking thing in it, like kind of ruining it at the end.
People think your son did that or something. You put it in there as a favor.
Oh man, but best Kickstarter book ever. Yeah, if you want a poster of my work here, I can print one out for you at Kinko's.
JDA original.
Oh my gosh. But that's that. And so that's really all I wanted to do, because I just wanted to do this and forced me to do this myself. And Star Wars Enterprise is on. Welcome. Enterprius.
Yes.
Enterprius.
It's been a long road getting from there to here. It's been a long time, but my time is finally near. I will see my dream come alive at last. I will touch this guy.
Oh, no.
And they're not gonna hold me down no more. No, they're not gonna change my mind. Because I got faith.
Is this the Dark Gift open mic Monday?
I think he's too talented for that show, actually. So.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a 7 out of 10. Would listen to again.
You're a sick man.
But that's it. That's all I wanted to do for the stream, because I wanted to just work today and get this done, so I can give it over to my artist so we can, because this is literally the last thing we need to do for the book, and I've just been procrastinating.
What if you put some more mythical creatures scattered in the land too? Like you got mythical creatures in the story. Right?
Maybe he'll do that.
Winged creatures just throughout to kind of show, look, this area is populated by these scary monsters. So
I could see him doing stuff like that. He's very nice and detailed. But I'm gonna leave it to the artist because I like letting them kind of have free reign when they're good like this. So
you're not naming something after Finatra, are you?
I am. I made the Finatra Desert right there. Yeah.
Oh God, refund now. Jeez.
I know. It's too bad.
Refund now. Refund out.
It's too late. It's too late now.
Like I got your money.
It's been done. I didn't make anything after Rosetta though. Sadly. I should put something Rosetta next to the Risey so that they're together.
Risey Sea sounds better than Risey Ocean, don't you think?
Risey Sea. No, it sounds terrible. You can't say that.
There's
Risey
a mythical beast that's been roaming.
What's going? What do you? I don't know that I want to put this on my stream. What is this?
There's no naughty bits.
There's no naughty bits? Okay. What am I looking at? Gosh, that's disgusting. That is disgusting.
Is it because she's a lesbian or what?
That's a taco. And it looks like she's got 4 arms.
I don't understand the 4 arms, but I'm guessing the taco's a lesbian.
And that's reference. Is that the lady pink, who's
right? That's Mecca. Random.
Who's accusing people of Me Too stuff within the Fandom Menace? Is that the deal?
What Snyder passed his daughter around Petalwood and all that.
Oh,
and a bunch of people got all upset.
Oh, jeez.
And now she thinks she's being canceled. You know, these females, they always love to stir up drama, you know. But,
yeah.
Without clear masculine guidance to put them in place, they just run amok.
That's the lesson for today, everybody.
Believe no women.
Believe no women. And that's it.
What do you think of?
I'm not doing this for 2 hours. I'm going to close off the stream. I'm trying to end.
Wait, what is your question, George?
Last question. We're like about 13 minutes away from the hour mark.
I don't even want to do an hour. I just want to go.
Come on. What do you think about the idea that you have to be a professional to be able to comment on other professionals?
That's unprofessional, and I'm going to leave because of that comment.
That's unprofessional. Buy Star Wars, enter Prius.
Oh wow, he walked away in a huff. That's ridiculous. Anyone can criticize anything.
We don't drama stir on this show. That's right. No, I'm not associated with Testify, by the way. So, in case people were wondering,
I think Testify is asleep.
I think criticism is its own unique thing too. You know, it's like a lot of times artists aren't necessarily the best critics of other art. You know?
I think it all depends. There's annoying quote criticism where people think it's criticism, but it's really just somebody being an idiot on the internet.
Yeah. Well,
and then there's like somebody actual like going, "Hey man, your drawing sucks because mountains should look like this." And that actually, if I was actually caring about drawing mountains and learning to do so, you know, that might be useful, right? I don't know.
Oh wait a minute, are those hidden phallic symbols there, like Disney posters?
No.
Well, he missed a great opportunity with the phallic symbol with the serpent, but he had chickened out there and just put the head, you know.
I did. Sorry. In the Risey Ocean,
definitely lacking its phallic symbols.
In the Risey Ocean, there needs to be a big. You know, there doesn't need to be a serpent in the Risey Ocean.
Oh,
there needs to be a whale. There needs to be a whale.
Are you going to cut this poster in half so that way book 2 will have the other half?
No, but book 2 might have like an expanded version where we go up into like the north or the south or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
A fold out?
No, this isn't even going to be this dimensions. Like I just did this badly in Photoshop. So yeah. Oh, we could have. I was busy earlier though. It's tax day and I had to like get all my shit done. And I was scrambling with my accountant earlier, and then I had to pay California a bunch of fucking money. I'm pissed off. So that was today.
Ouch.
Yeah. That's that. I'm going to end with tax day because I'm upset. So that's it. We're good to go. We have
show us your campaign.
Everybody here's back the campaign already. It's fine.
I did, but
everybody's backed it. There's not one person in this chat who hasn't backed this campaign.
Are you sure?
No, but I'm guessing.
What about people?
I don't think Billy hasn't backed it. Wasn't he?
Billy probably backed it.
Eddie, Brock, did you back the campaign?
Eddie 100% backed it. 100%.
All right. Bradford Walker, did you back it? What about Excalibur? I'm looking at you.
All backed it. All right. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. This was my little makeshift map. When Jesse comes back with his real map, I'll actually put it up side by side, and you can tell me which one you like better. My passion project or Jesse's hard work. That'll be it. Good night.